When people ask me how I use AI, my answer kind of surprises them. I say that I use AI to learn how to use AI. Well, what do I mean by that? I mean that there will never be a world in which I know more about how AI works than AI itself. So instead of letting that make me feel bad about myself, I leverage it and use it to my advantage. Before I create a workflow with like 6 different steps, I'll go to chat and ask it, how would you create this workflow? How would you write the prompts for a step that needs to take information from a Fireflies transcript and turn it into next steps? How should I prompt the Microsoft integration to look at a certain folder or certain files every time and not have to waste time looking through everything? Let me give you an example using Claude. As you can see, Claude is a high intelligence model, relatively fast, medium response time, and it is a reasoning model. So it's a model that can handle more complex questions, and it can be sort of metacognizant or think about the way it thinks about prompting. So I'm asking it, how would you write a system prompt for an agent that needs to search the internet for a predetermined series of websites and scrape them for the most recent pages or articles? So think like blogs or updates or news sites. I want to be able to interact with the agent and tell it when to go out to the internet to find info for me and summarize it in a very skimmable way. So I could go to the workshop. I could click on create new agent. I could write a system prompt from scratch, sit here and type everything in, and then troubleshoot it. Or I could just ask the model that I'm going to be using for that agent. Because I did call out that this was a reasoning model, we can click on this block here and see how it's reasoning. The way that I think about reasoning in the context of a chat like this is the AI takes my prompt and rewrites it in a way that it wants to understand it. And here's the system prompt. So system prompt for a web scraping and summarization agent. Now I'm going to keep a human in the loop myself and read this first, just to make sure it is kind of what I want before I go and turn this into an agent. So role, you're a research assistant, monitors and summarizes content. Got it. Source list. This is great. It says customize this list. So I can give it all of the sites that I want it to scrape when I tell it to. Trigger commands. When the user says phrases like go fetch, check sources, update me, or what's new, then use your web tools to visit each source and find the most recent content. Okay. Skimmable resources. So it's telling it to return results, source name, article title, date, sentence summary, and the link. I love that. And then repeat for each article found. And then tips to make it work well. We'll need Firecrawl, Tavili, or similar enabled for actual scraping. Love this. So that's just one example. I can literally go and turn this into an agent right now using the Hatz Workshop Assistant. Another video about that if you want to check that out. But what if I don't know which one I want to use, Firecrawl, Tavili, or something similar? We do have a whole video about web search tools, but just for the sake of this, use AI to answer that question. You don't need to go and watch another video. We can just ask it, tell me the difference between Firecrawl, Tavili, and other web search tools that I can use. It's creating a nice, easy to read chart right here. Giving practical combinations. Oh, that's so cool. Using Tavili and Google together, using Exa and then Firecrawl, using Perplexity by itself. I don't think we need to spend too much more time on this particular video. Just use AI to use AI. Before you do anything, if you're unsure about exactly how you want to prompt it, or should I use an app or a workflow or an agent, or what's the difference between these different tools, just ask AI. It is your infinitely patient intern. You can even have a conversation back and forth about, well, which one do you think would be good for this use case or that use case? Or, oh, I actually wanted to prompt something different. Just get in the habit of asking AI how it should be prompted, how to use it, have it come up with ideas for use cases, tell it what you do in a day, and then see, can I AI that, right? Can I turn something that I'm doing on a daily basis into a use case, into a workflow, an agent, an app? Or is it something that I could just handle right here in the chat? AI can help you think through those conversations and make you a better prompt engineer. So get in the habit of asking AI how to use AI. Happy prompting.